there are hundreds of New Age beliefs, and they've never done a study like this, but if they would have polled Christians for every New Age beliefs, it would not surprise me if there were 99% of Christians that have at least one, because some of them are so subtle you wouldn't think of it. Like most people, well, okay, one big one that actually blew my mind that a lot of Christians really have a problem with me and Steve talking about is yoga. And Steve is more of the expert on this than I am.
I was going to ask you about that. Very good.
Yeah, yoga is absolutely a New Age practice, and Christians should have nothing to do with it. But a lot of Christians do. There are yoga sessions in church.
Exactly. That's what I was going to say. There are churches all around the country that they're not just going to other places to have Christian yogas in a backyard or a session at a studio. It's actually taking place within the physical four-walled churches.
Right. And, some of the excuses that I've heard from other Christians, and I love my Christian brothers and sisters, and I was once as ignorant as any of them, so I'm not throwing them under the bus. But we got a lot of blowback about the yoga stuff because I really thought writing this book that was basic knowledge. I thought that pretty much all Christians knew that until we really started researching it, and I realized, wow, like a lot of Christians are into this yoga stuff, and we get more pushback on that topic than almost anything else. And it's because a lot of Christians participate in it. But a lot of things that they'll say is, yeah, but I'm just stretching. I'm not doing the New Age stuff. I'm not meditating. I'm not doing any of that. Those specific poses were designed for certain like sun salutations. They were designed to honor and worship false gods, fallen angels, essentially. And they were taught to mankind through like channeling and stuff like that. These are poses and moves that were given to man from the enemy, from essentially Satan, but specifically fallen angels and stuff like that. If you want to stretch, you can stretch. No one's saying you can't stretch. You can go to a chiropractor. You can get a normal just set of stretches that wasn't designed to honor false gods, and that's totally fine. But they don't want to do that because it's not about the stretching. And even those who are involved in Christian yoga, because they push back on it, they know that it's not just about the stretching. There is an addiction there. There's something that they're drawn to. Just normal stretching is exercise. It's at least for me, for sure. It's really hard for me to get addicted to exercise. I know I need to do it more, but I don't like exercising.
You and me both, brother.
Right. But when I was in New Age, I didn't really do yoga as much, but I would meditate all the time. I would astral project. I would do this stuff, and it wasn't for just the perceived benefits, the physical benefits of those things. It wasn't just so I could clear my mind and have some peace throughout the day. That's how they sell it. What it was is because it's an addicting spiritual experience. Yoga is as well, but it's straight from the pits of hell, and that is not an understatement. That's where this stuff comes from. But a lot of Christians push back on that. And again, that's only one out of hundreds and hundreds of things that Christians are involved in, not knowing it's New Age.
Exactly. Just about 2 years ago, I would have been what you referred to as ignorant when it comes to that. Yeah. For the very first time in my life, I'm, 6 years old at the time, 27 maybe. But about 2 years ago, I went to a yoga session because I didn't know that it was. Let me tell you how many times I went to it, though. I went one time.
Yeah.
Excuse me, because I went in there and the instructor was very, very, he was good at what he did. He told you exactly what you were doing and why you were doing it. He even talked about opening up your pineal gland, your third eye. He talked about the different positions, basically worshiping these weird Egyptian gods. Or he went into the history of what we're doing, laying prostrate before the Lord or before their Lord.
Yep.
And it was wild.